90% of people work their whole life and still worry about money. This book explains why. Rich Dad, Poor Dad compares two fathers, both intelligent, both hardworking, yet ending in opposite financial positions. If you follow the wrong advice, years of effort lead nowhere. By the end of this summary, you will understand the single money rule schools avoid and why missing this rule keeps people dependent forever. Imagine someone who played it safe every step of the way. Education first, then good marks, a diploma, a steady job, slow climbs up the ladder. Decades go by. Pressure builds even when paychecks grow. Hours belong to the company. Breaks come few and far between. Taking time off brings unease. They aren't idle. Mistakes weren't made. The path was walked just like they were told. What if we dig deeper? Supposing the system functions, then why keep seeing the same outcome again and again? Facing each other without shouting, Rich Dad, Poor Dad begins. Effort isn't the problem, mindset is. What matters sits beneath actions, hidden in assumptions. What nobody likes to talk about. Fresh out of diapers, money stories take root. School means safe jobs. Grind leads to wins. Stick around, get steady paychecks. Stash cash, feel shielded. They say it every day. Kids hear it at school, where good marks follow if they do. Workplaces count on people who show up like clockwork. Whole communities cheer when someone sticks to a routine. Time after time, it's the same message. Still, people find themselves moving but getting nowhere with this approach. Some folks figure out ways to make cash, yet understanding what happens once it arrives, that part gets ignored. Notice how certain earnings vanish almost right away? Nobody explains that. Bigger salaries showing up alongside more pressure, less ease? Not many talk about why. Few spot the real issue. Money troubles? Not your fault. Schools just never taught it. A story begins with a contrast between two dads. Not one has diplomas on the wall, official positions because of that steady paycheck. The other never finished school yet manages his finances well. Each thinks clearly. Each sticks to routines. Each puts in long hours. What they believe about cash leads them down separate paths. What makes outcomes differ when smarts and hard work match up? That difference pushes us to wonder. Direction over time shapes the result. What you believe changes how you act each day. Small choices link to bigger outcomes later on. Core idea. A single idea sits at the heart of the book. Working hard for cash is what many do, yet those who have wealth let their money do the pushing instead. How they handle earnings sets them apart. At first glance, it seems clear, yet what follows surprises most people. When you trade time for pay, staying afloat ties directly to that flow of cash. A sudden stop hits like threat, deep in the bones. That pressure shifts how choices are made. Playing it safe begins to outweigh moving forward. Survival ties itself to structures when cash moves on its own. Money arrives even while you are absent. Hours shift back into your hands. What matters is not how much money someone earns. Choices made again and again shape the outcome. Lesson 1. The paycheck cycle. Running low hits hard once you grow up. Money vanishes before payday. Others want things right away. Quiet panic pulls the strings behind every move. A job you stick with might just be there because fear stepped in first. When pay goes up, wanting more tags along without asking. Learning loses speed when comfort settles in. Relying on someone else starts quietly, one small step at a time. This loop hums low. Push beyond limits, gain extra income, buy what seems necessary. Peace shows up a moment, tension creeps back in. What drives spending isn't logic, it's feeling. Hesitation grows when fear takes hold. Comfort becomes costly once craving sets in. Comfort waits when money talks. Delaying pleasure comes naturally here. Short-term pain, a small price. Owning things matters more than smooth sailing ever could. What people possess matters more than their income. That question shifts the focus entirely. Money comes from what you own, not just work. Eventually, those things start costing more. Work shifts from necessity to choice. Earning stops being about staying afloat. Second lesson, money know-how. Money moves, it flows in, slips out. Choices shape how it acts. Origins matter, so does direction. Behavior shifts with decisions. Many think earning money means being rich. Owning things gives a false sense of moving forward. Income flows in because of an asset. On the flip, a liability drains it away. Feelings change nothing here. Tradition shifts it not one bit. Rank means less than dust. A house isn't automatically a treasure. The pages push back on something people feel in their gut. A house that needs money but gives nothing back drains your wallet. Bills arrive every month. Maintenance creeps up when you least expect it. The loan keeps growing, fed by interest. Protection costs pile on top of everything else. What tugs at the heart doesn't always fill the wallet. A deep feeling won't change numbers on a page. Most folks think they're winning when debt piles up quietly behind the scenes. Knowing how money works shifts things. Earning systems grow first, spending waits its turn. Out of nowhere, life tilts a new way. Money needed feels smaller compared to what comes in. Worry begins to loosen its grip. New paths start showing up where there were none. Lesson 3. Focus on ownership. Money comes from a job right now. Future gains come through owning things. Working takes up most of a person's effort. Getting ahead brings a sense of gain. Being noticed seems to confirm worth. Hours slip by without notice. Work isn't dismissed by the pages. Instead, meaning shifts quietly beneath them. Making money shows up through work. Growth kicks off because of assets. What builds wealth isn't time spent working, but ownership. Think stocks that grow quietly. A small company run by systems, not your presence. Books, courses, designs, things made once, sold many times. Income keeps coming even while you're offline. That's the goal. Value that works without constant effort. Not trading hours for a cash. Something bigger than a paycheck. Let results speak instead of hustle. Some mistake constant motion for forward movement. Hours pass like proof of achievement. Responsibility waits, pushed aside without notice. Money grows when kept apart. One stream splits into two paths. Work doesn't always match pay. Rewards follow their own route. Lesson 4. Understanding structure. What a country taxes shows what it values. Money comes in when people work. A slice vanishes before they see it. The rest disappears on rent, food, bills. Money comes to owners. Costs stay under control. Later on, taxes matter. Over time, that gap grows a little more each year. A shape holds a company together. It works best when people take chances, build jobs, leave money behind. Whoever sees how it fits gets what they want. Order follows knowing the frame.
Blame has nothing to do with it. Paying attention does. It's often the uninformed who lose the most. Meanwhile, those aware hold on to what they need to move forward. What you overlook still shapes outcomes. Expenses rise when frameworks get ignored. Fifth lesson, spotting chances. Facts repeat themselves when you pay attention long enough. Patterns show up quietly, shaping outcomes without noise. Money begins when someone spots worth others do not yet see. That moment of vision, before the crowd catches on, is what the book frames as creation. Now here's a truth few notice. Every day brings fresh chances, whether people see them or not. Hidden behind fear, they wait. Without learning, vision stays blurred at the edges. Missed moments pile up silently. Fueled by imagination, yet grounded in structure, financial smarts thrive. Instead of sidestepping danger, clear eyes measure it. Falling short is normal. Setbacks show up now and then. What turns those moments around? Learning reshapes failure into understanding. People who study tend to bounce back more quickly. On the other hand, Ignoring new knowledge means doing the same things again. Lesson 6. Skill over salary. Some pick jobs just for the money. This one points out how that can go wrong. A paycheck with no craft? That ties you down. Learning before earning? That sets you free. Confidence grows when selling happens. Through talking, people start to sway others. Scale shows up where leadership is present. Clear thinking comes from good accounting. Structure takes shape under solid management. Out here, job names evolve. Fields transform over time. What you know can move across roles. Giving up something at first opens doors down the road. Those openings mean you can move without being held back. The hidden enemies. A hidden wall inside shows up early on. Frozen feet come from fear. Each person knows that weight. How you move after determines what comes next. Cynicism shuts down the mind, yet questioning keeps thought alive. Folks often move fast just to avoid thinking hard. Stillness might be smarter than it looks. What you do every day writes your future. When spending comes first, stress follows close behind. What stops someone from learning? Arrogance does. When people think they know enough, movement forward dies. Understanding never finishes. It grows only when fed by questions. Fear loses power when you name it. Which way you go depends on how you handle it. The turning point. Life isn't about quick fixes here. Owning your choices matters more than luck ever could. A decision shows up when reading. Hold on to old ideas passed down, otherwise start wondering if they fit. One path keeps things as they are, the other opens doors just a crack. Unsettling is what the book wants. Safety gets examined. Old ways get turned around and looked at sideways. Tips handed out like truth face a hard look instead. Who gets to choose shapes their future. That control defines real independence when handling money. Outcomes with money show how a person thinks. To shift what happens, thought habits must shift too. The practical path. A single step comes first. Money movement matters most. Write down every figure without skipping any. Break down the main financial reports piece by piece. Start with what money comes in each month. What goes out matters just as much. Things you own hold value. Debts weigh on those numbers too. Piece by piece, pick up what you need. Feed gains back into your base. Hold off on spending more freely. Fumbles come now and then. See them for what they are, clues, never dead ends. Who you spend time with shapes how fast you improve. Hanging near those further along pulls you forward faster than waiting on your own. Start young with money smarts. While classrooms prepare kids for jobs, another path waits. Learning to own things steps into that space. That missing piece? It shows how to build what lasts. The long view. Focused on what money can do, the book sees it as an instrument, more than just something to chase after. Freedom with time weighs heavier than how much money comes in. Money opens doors. From there, choices follow, each one building a path forward. Control creates peace. People making systems no longer swap time just to get by. When focus shifts, the structures keep expanding on their own. Movement feels lighter. Space around you grows wider. This change rarely unfolds quickly. Over time, it builds without fanfare. The final message. Clear thinking comes first, not riches overnight. Comfort fades when tested. Discipline earns its keep through trial. Folks putting these ideas into practice see things another way entirely. Still, it shapes how they move through each day. Freedom never shows up by chance. What builds it is learning, done each day without pause. Far from it, this has nothing to do with fast wealth. This one goes to those who pick control instead of leaning on others. Growth shows up when fear steps back. Comfort loses when liberty walks in. When that mindset takes hold, cash no longer runs the show.
life starts directing money. Stories about wealth shift perspective. Habits decide outcomes. After Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the question shifts from ideas to execution. Many people stop at inspiration and return to old patterns. Atomic Habits audiobook summary answers with clear steps built for daily life. If you want to become someone who gain structure for consistency without pressure, watch Atomic Habits next on the channel. One habit tonight leads toward momentum tomorrow. Stay here and press play on the next video.